The guy who is the Pookie is not always the man who's winning on the dating market. Yes, Pookie will get his.
Hey, Pookie.
But the man like me, I also know how to protect my seed. So that's what separates a guy like me from Pookie. I'm not going out there creating multiple children.
This man managed to get 5 women pregnant at the same time. While most women would be livid to find out their partner had impregnated 4 others simultaneously, it seems these women reached an agreement, even hosting a joint baby shower for all 5 babies. Stating, "We've decided to work together and our families are supportive of our decision. What are your thoughts on this unconventional family?"
No, I'm going to have the educated conversation with that woman and tell her, hey, before we engage in this, we need to go get tested on birth control. Pookie not having them conversations. Only men who care about their future and are on their purpose understand that. And y'all need to understand that. Stop sitting there being okay with sleeping with a woman, but you scared to actually tell her to go get tested. What the hell wrong with you? All right? GC, running through women and protecting your seed. Y'all don't understand. Women know, man. If women don't want to have a kid, they won't have a kid. So that's why it's so confusing to me that women complain about being single mothers and being left by some quote unquote deadbeat when they have control and they know when their ovulation period is going on. If women don't want to have kids, she will not have kids. So it is a conscious decision when you see these single mothers complaining about the men that they decided to have kids with. Because I've been in the dating market. I know women who are very successful. I've been with them. If they tell me I don't want to have kids, they will not have kids. So I don't care about all that conversation about, well, the chicken or the egg comes first. Well, if the woman decides to have the kid, then it's a man's fault for not taking care of the kid. I know that women know how to take care of not getting pregnant. I understand that. So that's why that conversation goes in one ear and out the other. You the one that got to carry that kid for 9 months. And with Black women being the most demographic of women that have the most child deletions, I know that they know how to take care of that. So every time you hear a woman in these spaces talking about, well, I had 3 kids by this guy and he wasn't a good man. They knew. They absolutely knew. But he probably was attractive to her. She was aroused by him. She wanted to have sex with him. She had his kid, thinking that this brother was going to stay.
You have any kids?
Yes, I do. I have 8.
How old are you?
28.
You have 8 kids that you gave birth to?
Yes, ma'am.
You gave birth to 8 kids?
Yes.
How old are these kids?
My oldest just turned 10. My daughter is 7. Then my next son, he's 6. Then I have a set of twins who will be 5 on the 29th of this month. And my second set of twins, they just turned 3 in November. Then I have a 1-year-old son.
15, 30, 37, 38, 45, 47.
A 1-year-old son?
Yes.
All by the same man?
6 of them are, and the other 2 have another dad.
So why are you not with the man you had a baby with 1 year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago?
Oh my God, Kendra, that man, he is just drug problems, abusive. I tried to stay, but it just didn't work out.
But you had how many kids by? You had 6 kids by him.
6 kids, yeah. And then between our oldest son, there was a break where I had my 6-year-old son and my 7-year-old daughter.
Why did you have 6 kids by him if he had all those issues?
I tried to help him throughout his drug problems. And then his other thing was not having a job.
You never been married, right?
No, never been married. Okay. I've been engaged twice to my first baby father, though.
Okay. You have any kids?
I do. I have 3. My oldest son is 20. My middle daughter is 12. And I have a 9.
15, 30, 37, 38, 45, 47.
So are all your kids by the same man?
They are not, no.
How many men?
3.
3. Have you ever been married?
I have not. I've been proposed to 3 times, but I have not been married.
Give me some of that vagina.
Why didn't you get married to all 3 of the men that proposed to you?
One, we were too young. The second one, found out it was just not going to work. The third one, he is a compulsive liar. So,
Were these your children's dads?
yes.
How come marriage wasn't the goal before you had your other children?
The first one, I was young. And it just, I mean, I don't want to get married to get divorced. I've seen it too many times. And instead of me setting myself up for that, and obviously, it wasn't that marriage was proposed prior to me getting pregnant. It was honestly after I got pregnant. So, and once I got pregnant, not that it was too late, but it was just like, okay, I've seen signs after that I didn't like. And it's not something that I wanted to live with for the rest of my life. And I needed to be honest with myself. So instead of me just marrying just to say, I was married, I'd rather wait and raise my kids and for them to be great beings, which they are, thank God.
No, and I respect that completely. But just in full transparency, you did it 3 times. So I understand, I think people will understand the first time, but then 2 more times with 2 different men, you still went down that same route. So what made you change now? The standard would be you would have to be married first.
It's not that the standard was different then. It's just that after I got pregnant, you see a whole different side of people sometimes, and it's a side that I didn't like. So
I don't know if y'all guys remember this, but there was a woman on TikTok a while back that actually put a video out where women were actually posting their baby daddies. And she was asking the question, what made you think that this guy right here was good father material?
So coincidentally, it was this trend going around on Facebook for women to drop pictures of their deadbeat baby daddies. And so let's just go through a couple of them and see if any of them gave active father. Let's just play a game, okay? So what about this gave active daddy? And a lot of these men have multiple baby mamas. I'm talking 3+. Okay. What about this gave longevity, long-term relationship, marriage, commitment, active dad? What about this photo? What gave active dad? Tell me. A lot of y'all were not manipulated. You weren't scammed. Y'all just messed around with losers unprotected and thought you were going to get an active dad somehow. Just look at the type of men you're sleeping with.
They know. And I'm being very stern on this because I need men to understand. Stop entertaining these conversations. Women are adults. They are intelligent. They understand. They are not stupid.